All right, buckle up. This could be a long one, but I'm going to try my best with it. Thank you for the request. We're going to all be looking for this guitar riff. I'm pretty sure it's going to sound something like this. All right, so it's very fast. It's going to come a lot throughout the whole song. And let's start off with something easy, very, very easy that we can get all on the high E string with the 9th, 12th, and 14th fret, right? Right? That's something very, 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 very easy that we can do. We discovered that he plays it live, and you can see him on the 9th fret. So this one tab that we have here has some of that elements and what we kind of just played. But it kind of gets quiet towards the end, right? It sounds great with that 9 on these first 3 strings here, but towards the end it's like, where did that sound go? So now we have this tab that I just played for you, and I'll play it again. Which is not going to incorporate the 9th fret at all. We're going to start off here with this mini bar chord shape because this is what we're going to end on, and it's a good starting point, and I'll talk about it. So you're going to have it like this. All right? You're going to be moving your ring finger. This is all you're going to be moving, really, because now we're going to have the 14th fret involved along with the 13 as well as the 12th that we already have fretted down. But if you're going to have this shape just fretted down how I have it, all you have to worry about really is reading the tab, obviously, but moving your ring finger. Because we're going to start off with the 14th and the 13th fret on the 2nd and 3rd string, respectively. And then all you got to do for this next part on the 12 and 12 with the 1st and 2nd string is just remove your ring finger. And then it's going to bring in that same 14 and 13 we just talked about. And now it's going to have everything together. Right? And then again, 12 and 12. So all you got to do is, again, remove that ring finger. Add it back in. Now we're on this second measure here where we have everything together more than a few times. Now it gets a little bit interesting because now we have our 12 and 13 on the 2nd and 3rd string respectively, but no issue here because, again, all we have to do is just remove this ring finger, but just pay attention just to play the 2nd and 3rd string together. And then now here comes that fun part towards the end of the measure where we hear that change up, where we hear that most interesting sound. It's going to be 14, 12, 13 from the ceiling to the floor, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd string. Right, you're going to love that sound because it's going to resolve right onto that shape that we started with, the E major mini bar chord. Right there with 12, 12, and 13 from the floor to the ceiling. So, all together, I'm not going to play it as fast as them, but right? It's going to be something like that. So you're going to have to work on it. Don't want to dwell too much on it because I do want to talk about these chords, all right? So please revert back. And yeah, I'll have the tab in the description available for download. But let's talk about these chords here because I think it's going to be best served with these bar chord shapes of E, A, B, and C sharp minor. It's going to have 2 chords sharing a measure. What that means is going to be E and A, and then B and C sharp. So it's going to be that for the most part, but we will have a G sharp minor come in towards the middle, and we'll talk about that. But like I said, for the most part, you just want to play these chords. It's just going to be this. All the way through until the first couple lines before the bridge, all right? That's where the G sharp minor comes in. It's going to be in the a couple lines before the bridge kicks in, before the lines of I was enjoying the ride. So they're gonna tag the chorus "You're Not the One, Guess You're Not the One" twice before that bridge, and then the second time, I believe we can hear them go like a little bit lower. I think they really love this leading tone into this A. I think if you want to match the lowest note, it's probably gonna be best to make this chord here, but not going all the way down. On the chords after that, you probably could get away with it, but only on this G sharp minor. I don't know if it's going to sound great to go all the way down on that chord specifically, but that's going to be the 2 lines before the bridge. The bridge is going to stick on the C sharp minor, so you can do it up here or you can do it down there, which way you feel is best. After hanging on the C sharp minor, they're going to go to an E, A, B, hold on that B, and then I believe they like to go back to that G sharp minor, A, B. Again, hold on that B on this line there. I won't even bother to fight. And then I believe they go back to this E, A, B, C sharp minor. I know you're not the one, like they did before. But then, as they sing those lines over and over again at the end of the song, I'm not sure because I really like the G sharp minor, A, B, C sharp minor kind of feel they got going on. It just seems like this nice little walk they have. And I don't know, I was like trying both, and I don't know. I mean, an E major chord is going to have that G sharp in it. So that's why it's going to like sound very similar. And I don't know, they might like go back and forth between the E, A, B, C sharp minor, and then some lines do the G sharp. I don't know, you're going to have to experiment with that, but I wanted to point out one more other thing. You can hear a higher, it's probably the same guitar, but a higher note on the guitar at least, and you can see him play it live a little bit as well, and I believe it's going to be 16, 17, 19 on the B, and then 19 on the high E. So something like that. I'm not gonna really tab out that thing, but I gave you the framework for that at least. So hopefully that helped out, and hopefully this whole lesson helped out. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Thanks for the quest. Yeah, have a good one. Positive vibes. Hopefully this helped out in some way possible, and don't stone me if it didn't turn out well. But hopefully it did.